One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Ye the children crying, ye the children crying, saying, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and we feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let the man pass all that. Dirty remarks. There is one question I really love to ask. Is there a place for the hopeless sinner who has hurt mankind just to save his own singing? All right, all right, all right. Good evening from Houston, Texas, United States of America. It is 8:13 p.m. Central Standard Time here in the United States. And whatever it is, wherever you are on the surface of this God-created earth. My name is Smart Mado Ajaja. I am the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite and the CEO of ONN and the anchor of Nigeria Now, Global Matters Arising, Good Morning Africa, and Reggae at its best on ONN. Yes, I hope everybody is doing great out there. Yes, it's Christmas Eve here in the United States. I know it is already Christmas Day somewhere else in the world. I know it is Christmas Day in Nigeria and a great part of Africa. Yes. Well, I would say to all our fans, our followers, our subscribers, our members, this is an opportunity for us to say a huge, 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 huge thank you for your massive, massive, massive support that you give to us right from the beginning of the year to where we are right now. Much love, much love, much love. So, I would love to hang out with you guys and let us hang out. Emma Lynn, Michael, how are you? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Merry Christmas where you are, and I hope you are having fun and get ready, for the Christmas day. And I hope those of us who are going to be hanging out tonight, partying tonight, we party responsibly, drink moderately, and if you get so tipsy about drinking, get the one who is not drinking to drive you home, because I want to see you guys back, and let's keep on having fun. Yes, Isaac Quarton, thank you very much for joining. Yes, how are you? Yes, I would love you guys to do me one favor. If you can share this and get other people aroused, I just want to say, pour my heart to say a huge thank you, a huge, 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 huge thank you to all of you who have subscribed and who follow our work, those of you who contribute, those of you, who help us expand our message, those of you who send us super thanks, those of you who send us gifts, those of you who send us words of encouragement, even including those who disagree with what we represent here. We are wishing you a Merry Christmas. And we are saying a huge thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, for being part of us. So tonight, if you are joining us for the very first time, there's something we do. We welcome you from our heart of heart with one love, one heart, one spirit, and one everything. We say thank you. And if this is your very first time, we call on you to take a few seconds to subscribe to our channel. Here is a global movement that we are trying to build, global movement for peace through justice and stability, progress, and prosperity for the peoples of the world. Yes, and that is what it is. We talk a lot about Nigeria, we talk a lot about Africa, we talk about the United States, and anywhere else there is something to talk about. And we are just not only drivers, we want you to be part of every inch of the way, everything we do. If there is something happening in your country that you want us to talk about, please feel free. We don't charge money for you to come to express yourself here. Hey, Welata, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you. We love you. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. And this is exactly what we'll be doing today. We are celebrating with our our members, our subscribers, our followers, and all those who make us what we are, including those who disagree with us, because we agree that we have to have that blend of discussion, that kind of discussion that will lead us somewhere. I am Mataya now. Okay, thank you very much. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you very much. Much love. All right, new subscriber, welcome. We love you. And I trust you will have fun being part of us. Feel free to contribute to our discussions. Feel free to send us messages. Feel free to give us suggestions, because we don't know it all. We want to learn just as much as we impact too. So that is why we are here. So we are celebrating with our subscribers today. And we're calling for global action on the deteriorating security situation in Nigeria, where I was born 63 years ago. Nigeria is in tatters. Just that was yesterday now, and on a Christmas day, a big bomb explosion erupted in a mosque, killing hundreds of people who went there to worship, and that is what we have been dealing with, is one type of murder, mass murder, or the other, spearheaded by one group of people who do not want peace in our country. Yeah, this is what we are dealing with in Nigeria. So we are calling the world, wherever you are, if you know any person of influence that we can put pressure on to enforce that we take action on Nigeria at the United Nations, everywhere, be it in the Congress here in the United States and everywhere. We have our men and women already putting a lot of pressure here on the government of the U.S. to do something about the deteriorating situation in Nigeria. Thank you very much for joining us, and we're going to be taking questions. Feel free. Today is a night of interaction. If you have any specific question that you want us to address, please feel free, put it forward to us. We're going to address that. So we are having fun tonight. We are welcoming our new subscribers. We are thanking our existing subscribers, those who have been so loyal that whenever we come online, they come and be part of what we do. We say thank you. Yeah, looking at 12 months in a year, January through December, and you have been with us. That is phenomenal. It's unbelievable. And words are not enough to say thank you. Thank you for what you guys are doing. So, yes, and I'm going to be, interjecting with music. We're going to celebrate today. We're going to celebrate a great day, a great time of the year when people come together to have fun, and to share love, and to share everything. So my gift to you today is this broadcast that we are doing. One Love by Bob Marley is going to be hitting. So let us rock together. Let us have fun together. Let's, get together and feel all right. You know what I'm saying? Yes. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Ye the children crying, ye the children crying. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and we feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Let's rock. You know how to sing this song? Come on. Let's move. Thank you. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. It's not easy. Come on. Yes, this is the Christmas edition of ONN. Yes. Yes. Let's get together. and feel all right. One more time, come on. Open Nigeria is Open News Network. Yes. Thank you, Layman, for joining. We love you. What we do in this channel, on this channel, we look at global issues, looking at countries, yes, issues that affect human being and the human population, and we look at them critically and analyze, give our own opinions. Yes, that's what we do, and we mobilize people for action. Yes, let's give thanks and praises to the Almighty for bringing us this far. Yes, into this part of the year. We say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Yes. So join us from wherever you are on earth. Join us from wherever you are on earth. Share this message, like, please. Take a second to like if you love what you are seeing here. If you love what we are doing, we are celebrating tonight here. Though in Nigeria, people are not celebrating. It's so hard for me to tell Nigerians Merry Christmas because of the level of devastation that is going on in that country. Yes, I had written a message earlier for the people of Nigeria that I am not, because of my conscience, going to find it very difficult to tell anybody Merry Christmas, because a lot of Nigerians, I'm talking about millions of Nigerians, are hurting right now as we speak. Millions are internally displaced people's camps. Yes. And a lot of people have been murdered in that country, great African country. Yes, including children are being slaughtered. Yes, churches, they bomb. Mosques, they bomb. And the people doing this are some Islamic extremists. Yes, called Boko Haram and Fulani headsmen. They have decided to destroy our country. So Nigeria is bleeding right now. So if I tell any Nigerian Merry Christmas, I feel so guilty, because the next person is not having a Merry Christmas. The next person is crying. The other people are dying. The other people are not in their homes. They have been displaced and driven away from their homestead. It is so sad. So I am going to read a message that I had prepared for the people of Nigeria, letting them know that my conscience will not allow me tell one person Merry Christmas and the other I am not able to say that, because the country is not happy right now. The country is bleeding. The country is weeping, arising from tragedy, the tragedy of leadership that has festered on for a very long time. And that is why we are calling for global action on Nigeria. So please, your liking our channel will help us a long way, because it will instigate YouTube to continually recommend our channel for more viewers. So please, when you're here, the best Christmas gift you're going to give to me, I will want 1,000 likes. I will appreciate that. So let's keep it rolling. But let me read the message I have sent to the people of Nigeria. My Christmas message to Nigerians is that they should stop blaming the North. Yes, but themselves for what happened to their country. They must take responsibility for generationally allowing generations of corrupt, shameless, bigoted, hypocritical, insensitive, irresponsive, inhumane, nepotistic, savage, arrogantly ignorant, hateful, intolerant, unpatriotic, and wicked elitist Fulani slave drivers who have been hiding behind the name of the North to steal from, kill, and destroy Nigeria. Why they, except the Igbos, who raised their fingers but were massacred for standing up, were silent as if the country was not theirs. Yes. They, the jihadists, the Fulani jihadists, yes, the Fulani jihadist elites and their accomplices should be held roundly and squarely accountable for their crimes against humanity instead of blaming the imaginary knot built around the deception of Fulani feudalistic oligarchy for what they did not do except their silence and the false belief that they were one people known as Northerners. Yes, the whole country has to unite to stop them from further destroying Nigeria. Their worst victims are the Hausa people, whom they have sat down on for 221 years, using religion, illiteracy, poverty, and denial of access to opportunities, and the generational violation of their basic human rights as vehicles. This is why all of us must unite to correct ourselves and free the Hausas and other ethnic nationalities that are now under the sieges of Fulani elite-sponsored terrorism and genocide, so that we too can be free. Yes, if for any stupid reasons we allow them to continue to pin down the Hausas, our talk of equality, justice, security, peace, progress, and prosperity in Nigeria will remain a fleeting illusion that will never be attained. Yes, therefore, if I don't say Merry Christmas to you, my brothers and sisters in Nigeria, please don't take it to heart, because on a more personal note, I don't at this moment know if I should say that to anybody in Nigeria, where many families are hardened from the tragedy of leadership that pauperized millions and the inexcusable mindless massacre and displacement of innocent and defenseless fellow Nigerian citizens across Nigeria, especially in the north, by the Fulani terrorists. May the Almighty God give us the courage to unite unconditionally in patriotism to fight back and regain control of our country for a compelling reconstruction, yes, and placed in the hands of the best drivers, fueled by unassailable patriotism from generation to generation. This is what my message, my Christmas message to my brothers and sisters in Nigeria is. Yes. Hey, Sylvester, how are you? Thank you for joining. So join us. We are celebrating. On the other side, I am in pains because of what is happening in my home country. Yes, and this is the reason why we are calling for a global action for Nigeria. Really, it's very compelling. So please, 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 hey, Wario, Mario, thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Please, 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 if you are joining us now, subscribe, like, give me something to be happy about. I am not very happy because of what is happening in my home country. Yes, I live in the United States here. I am secured. My children are secure. Every other person living here is secure. I love the United States. I love the United States. For one thing, there's no hiding place for criminals. You're a criminal here. You're a criminal here in the United States, a violent criminal or a non-violent criminal. You can commit all you want, but in no distant time, you'll be caught. But violent criminals, it doesn't take long before they are caught here in the United States. But in Nigeria, people are slaughtering people and getting away with it. Nobody is trying them. The security forces are terrible, 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 terrible. Yes, in fact, they are complicit. Yes, so Nigeria is, as it stands right now, beautiful country, but a hell on earth that it ought not to be. So please, just make us happy today. Make us happy. And we do a lot of things to support the struggling people in Nigeria. So your super thanks, your gifts, your super chats will go a long way in helping us. Yes, somewhere in Abuja, I read about somewhere in Abuja, 29-year-old killed in Abuja by robbers. Yes, that is not a lie. It's rampant, it's happening. It never was like that before. Well, the reason is because the country is in the hands of rogues. The president of Nigeria today, we did not choose him. Some criminals brought into power. He was a drug dealer here in the United States. He was found guilty here in the United States. He paid restitutions of nearly $500,000 in the United States. His vice president is a terrorist known to with ties to Boko Haram, ISIS, and other terrorist network. Yes, in his house, those who bombed the United Nations building in Abuja were arrested. But he came back and became vice president of Nigeria. One of the ministers of defense of Nigeria is a terrorist. Yes, so what is happening in Nigeria is so difficult to understand. They have emasculated our people. The people live in fear. They can't raise a finger. They can't open their mouth. You open your mouth, you are missing. You raise your fingers, you'll be missing. That is how bad. The solution for Nigeria, good question. The solution for Nigeria is for Nigerians right now to rise up, to unite and rise up. There's nothing wrong with a revolution, and that is what is going to save Nigeria. The way Nigeria is, democracy is not going to cut it, because good people cannot win elections in Nigeria. No matter how good you are, yeah, there's a cabal, what they call a cabal. They are a criminal ring as bad as drug cartels. Yes, so if you don't belong, you don't get anywhere. So we have to bust that gang and free Nigeria. They are the ones holding our country hostage. They use religion, they use tribalism, they use poverty to break the backs of our people, to the extent that our people are not able to rise up. Pleasant gift, thank you very much. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish you the best too. Much love from here. Much love, much love, much love, much love. So, Sharia, yes, that is the solution. The people of Nigeria have to summon the courage. They have the number. 250 million people in Nigeria. Less than 1 million people are twisting them the way they are twisting them. That is the trouble of Nigeria. That is the dilemma. So, this is why I'm calling on my countrymen and women to summon courage, because that's the only way forward. There's nothing. There's nothing. There is absolutely nothing. Christians, thank you very much. Yeah, okay, ask All Christians Television. You are saying the right thing. Yeah, I appreciate your commendation right there. Thank you very much. So let us work together. Nigerians, my dear brothers and sisters in Nigeria, I feel pain. I am bleeding from my heart as I speak. I was motivated to do this, after many hours of struggle with it. I just had to come out to do something. The message I had read to you was something that I wrote, on YouTube, on Facebook. But I needed to voice this out so the world can hear what is taking place in Nigeria. A few months ago, the United States declared Nigeria a country of particular concern. And the criminals in Nigeria were crying. They were talking about sovereignty of Nigeria being violated. They were talking about the territorial integrity of Nigeria violated. Where is the territorial integrity of Nigeria? The northern flank of the Nigerian border is open to terrorists. They come as far from Libya. They come from Morocco. They come from Algeria. They come from Niger. They come from Mali. They come from Mauritania. They come from everywhere, into Nigeria. Yes, and they do this on purpose so that they will destabilize the country. And what is the territorial integrity anybody is telling me? And where is the sovereignty of Nigeria? When the criminal president, because they were crying, he paid people money to go to the media to be ranting nonsense. But what happened a few weeks later? A few weeks later, just last week, he handed over tax collection in Nigeria to a company in France. What is the worst way of violating a country's sovereignty? The United States President Donald Trump sent a message, sent some congressmen on a fact-finding mission. We are waiting for their report, but the preliminary report, we have heard it. Well, I heard the lead of the delegation, what he said to Fox News about the horrendous situation in Nigeria. Yes. So there is a high degree of foreign influence pleasant. Yes, pleasant gift. A high degree of it. A high degree of it, especially France. France and Saudi Arabia and the Arab countries. Yes, they are involved. Because we do not manufacture AK-47. Where are they getting the AK-47s from? Where did they get the rocket-propelled grenades? They are now advancing using drones to attack Nigerian villages. And I'm destroying our people with reckless abandon, sadly unchallenged by the country's security forces. Something ain't right. Something is not adding up. Yes, so when you have a drug dealer in power, you can't do anything. And the people of Nigeria have given up. They have given up. They have given up. They are scared of coming together. They are scared of uniting. They use tribalism. They tell some people you are from the north. They tell the others you are from the south. And for that reason, they can't come together. Mutual suspicion that should not exist in a country that is supposed to be one country. When the country was formed, they told us it was one Nigeria. But one Nigeria is not true. There's no one Nigeria. But we are trying to break the ice. Some eyes are beginning to open, especially the houses in the north are beginning to open their eyes. They are the worst hit. 221 years under the elitist Fulani Jim Crow system. Yes, 221 years. They denied them education. They denied them access to education. They suppressed them with religion. They made them poor and tell them that their poverty was created by Allah. And for all these 221 years, they were believing them. But they and their families prosper. Their children are in Dubai. Their children are in Saudi Arabia. Some of them are here in the United States. A lot of them are in the UK. They are all over the world having fun. These criminals empower their people with AK-47, send them into the bushes where their own children live large in beautiful countries and beautiful cities. So this is the message we are carrying to them, to ask them questions. Why do you keep me in the bush and your children are living in Durban? They are living in America. They are living in the UK. They are living in Dubai. They are living in Saudi Arabia. So how come we can't be there? These are the questions that we are posing for young Fulanis that are doing this, that they used to commit all this mayhem. Yes, Fulani elites, very, very wicked. When you see them run, when you see a Fulani elite and a snake, spare the snake. Do whatever you want to the Fulani elite. They are very deceitful. They are very wicked. They are very inhumane. Yes, they are very, very savage. They are arrogant. They are ignorant. And they are horrible. And Nigerians, I hope if you recover from this, I don't know if anybody needs to tell you anything anymore about how to deal with them. They should not be allowed to come to power anymore in Nigeria. 10 out of the country's 13 heads of states are either directly Fulanis or remotely. Yes. And for the other 3 from other places, they were involved in manipulating activities around them. So they don't want the country to grow. They don't want the country to develop. They don't want the country to progress and prosper. They want the country to remain stagnant for their own benefit. Yes, there are a lot of mineral resources in Nigeria. A lot of oil, crude oil in my Niger Delta where I come from. Yes, but guess what? Guess what? This crude oil does not benefit me. They, the Fulani elites, who come from the north of Nigeria, they own oil blocks. But I, from that place, cannot own an oil block. It's an apartheid system that we are dealing with in Nigeria. They own all the oil blocks. They abuse, destroy the environment, and make all the money. The rest of the country is seen as slaves to them. And you know what? One thing, the Fulanis in Nigeria, they are less than 10 million. Their entire population in Nigeria is less than 10 million. But they control the whole of Nigeria. This is the reason we are asking the other Nigerians, what happened? Why are you still sleeping? Why have you been sleeping? Now they discovered a large deposit of gold in Zamfara State, in the north of Nigeria. Yes, Zamfara State. The amount of gold discovered there is much more than what drives the Ghanaian economy. And you know what they did? They established terrorism around it so that people from other parts of the country will not have access to it. In 1977, behind the oil deposits in the Niger Delta where I come from, in 1977, a company was formed around it to manage and administer it. The name of that company is the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. If you're a Nigerian, you know what I'm talking about, NNPC. 1977, that was when that company was put together. Why was it put together? To administer and manage the Nigerian oil resources. Yes. Guess who have been at the center of managing the oil resources in Nigeria? They, the Fulanis, for the most part of it. What did they do? They run the company down. And that is why you see acute, chronic shortage of petroleum in Nigeria. I don't know what it is this December. Usually Decembers in Nigeria are very horrible when it comes to fuel distribution. So I don't know if anything has gotten better right now. All right? So they take everything. They ran the NNPC down. For years, the NNPC did not make any profit. But the government keeps pumping money into it. Yes, Fulanis, what they did to Nigeria. And Nigerians have been sleeping. Now they discovered gold in Zamfara State. Instead of building a business around it for the benefit of the whole of Nigeria, like the oil in Niger Delta was or has been of benefit, it's still the driver of the Nigerian economy. He built cities, he built Lagos, he built Abuja, he built almost all the state capitals in Nigeria. He pays the salaries of Nigerians. Yes, both the federal, state, and local. Yeah, the oil from the Niger Delta has been the one paying it. But they found gold in the north, Zamfara State. What did they do? They decided to create a confusion around it. Banditry and violent gangs all over the place. So it is only they, the Fulani elite, who control these gangs that are enjoying and harvesting, are exploiting that solid mineral in the north of Nigeria. How wicked these people are. And then the foolishness of the rest of Nigeria. And that is what we are addressing right now. Now that they need to start asking questions. Why are they not asking enough questions? We have idiots from those other places going to the National Assembly to do nothing. They give them pitances. And then, see, these are some of the people who are, they say they have degrees. But these idiots, bandits, control the National Assembly. Yes. Is that bad? Is that bad? But things got to change. Things got to turn around. We can't continue that country this way. No. What are we going to tell the next generation that we did when a group of bandits seized their country? I've chosen the path of love for humanity, the truth, rights, and justice, even though I am imperfect and not infallible in my personal struggle. Yes, and the zeal to be always on the side of the people is what drives me. That is it. And that is why I am fighting for Nigeria from 10,000 miles away from the motherland. Yes, and what do I need? Support. What do I need? Your likes. What do I need? You sharing my message. What do I need? You inviting more people to listen to the message of the truth. Yes, you see, in Nigeria, I know there are Nigerians already here watching me and listening to this message. In Nigeria, we love liars. In Nigeria, we love mischievous people. If I was sharing pornography, you will see Nigeria, my numbers will skyrocket. I would be having millions of followers today. There's one idiot they call a Reno or Mokri. All he does is lies. But look at Nigerians. They follow like millions. Yes. To listen to lies. Yes. So the best way, I don't need so much. like this message, because Nigeria does not have a media anymore. The Nigerian mainstream media is gone because the owners, the drivers of the mainstream media in Nigeria are part of what is destroying Nigeria. Their practitioners in the field are so corrupt, they are so lazy, they don't do anything. They sit down inside their rooms, concoct lies, and make those breaking news. So there has to be an alternative to them. That is why ONN is here. And that is why we need your support to help us advance, yes, the cause of our people. All right, all right, all right. Yes, and Sharia said in the 70s and 80s, Nigeria was good. Absolutely, absolutely. Very good, very good. Not many Nigerians had the need to actually leave their country, to go anywhere. But today, our young people compete. Yes, you see them rushing. They travel through the hellish Sahara Desert, hundreds of miles into Libya, into Morocco, where they are treated as slaves. Yes, they are traded like commodities. Some of the women, a lot of the women are raped to death. And then they continue, get into makeshift boats across the wild Mediterranean to get into Europe. Most of them end up in Italy, where they are put in concentration camp and treated below like animals. Yes, these are people from one of the richest countries on earth. These are people from Africa, the richest continent on earth, with over 45% of the earth's resources. This is the sad story of Nigeria, and by extension, the sad story of the black man. When are we going to stop? When are we going to really introspect and ask ourselves questions? We have been told so many times. When I was growing up, they told me, the youths are the leaders of tomorrow. The youths are the leaders of tomorrow. I became a youth. I never led. I am 63 years old now. I am not leading Nigeria. I have some of the best things to give to Nigeria. I know that if I have an opportunity to lead Nigeria, I will make a huge impact. But how do I get there? I don't have money to buy people. The people in Nigeria, the sufferer, that's how they have corrupted the minds of the Nigerian people. Now the sufferer that you are trying, like the ones I'm speaking to right now, some of them will think that I have to give them money in order for them to share my message. Some of them think that I have to give them money for them to listen to me. They have monetized everything in Nigeria. So you go in there as a good person who is desirous of making a change. You don't have the money, you are down. Those who steal from the system are the ones who have some pittances to give them around, and then they corner the people, and then for the next 4 years, they'll be on a destructive spree, like Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his gang of robbers are destroying Nigeria right now. Unchallenged, with everybody looking. Yes, and the best we can do is pray. The country has prayed and prayed itself into stupor. God does not answer stupid prayers. Nigerians, you must rise up. And that is the only way. That's the only way. You are postponing the devil's day. The Fulani terrorists are making gains every day. And whenever they kill Nigerians, they say Allahu Akbar. All right. You see what I'm saying? They kill with blood in their hands. They call the name of their God. But that is not a God. That is Satan. The God that they are talking about is Satan. It's not the Almighty God. Yes. So, coming back. Hey, all those who joined us on this program, we say thank you. Massively, we say thank you. If you are joining us for the very first time, we welcome you from the depth of our hearts. We love you. And when we say we love you, we mean it. We don't play games here. Yes, even those who don't agree with us will need you, to spice up our argument so we don't make it look so bland, So please, you joining us for the very first time, I ask you, subscribe. It helps us grow. It helps us advance. It helps YouTube, amplify our message in a manner that more people will want to look into what we are doing. And if this is your very first time of coming here, after this session, go back to what we have done in the past to see how much. We have over 2,000 revolutionary messages, for the benefit of Nigeria, Africa, and the rest of the world, for you to tap into, to listen to them. So we are an encyclopedia, of history and a lot of things, commentaries around global events. So thank you very much for joining us. Let me take one more thing. Nigerians are brilliant people. Yeah, very, very brilliant. I agree with you. My business was around colleges and universities. I did that for many years. And everywhere I went, the professors that I met were always commending Nigerians for their academic brilliance. But the sad thing is that with all those brilliance, when they get back to Nigeria, they are not utilized. They are underutilized. They return home as like fish out of the water because the system will reject them. The system does not support intellect. It doesn't support progress. It doesn't support those who have the acumen to make difference. That is how sad the situation with Nigeria is. Pleasant gift. Yeah. Don't call it Nigeria. I don't call it Nigeria until the people of that region stop being divided, come together as one, and come up with their own name. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, the name Nigeria was not given by the people of Nigeria. But if you look at the history of Nigeria, the history of amalgamation in 1914, the amalgamation is a fallout of the European Berlin Conference between 1884 and 1885. For those 2 years, the Europeans came together under Chancellor Bismarck, the then Chancellor of Germany at the time. They came to Berlin to look at how they will go into Africa, a continent they knew nothing about. Yes, their mission was purely economic because their industrial revolution became a global emergency that required Africa's cheap labor and cheap raw materials. They headed in that direction. They went there, created spheres of influences that later translated into all the fake countries that you see in Africa. They are all fake. No African country is real. The only real African country that came out of, that was an organic country, or is an organic country, is Ethiopia. Nigeria is fake. Ghana is fake. Sierra Leone is fake. Togo is fake. Republic of Benin is fake. Ivory Coast is fake. Burkina Faso is fake. You want me to name some? More. Kenya is fake. Tanzania is fake. Mauritania is fake. Senegal is fake. Central African Republic is fake. Zaire is fake, or the one they call Democratic Republic of Congo is fake. Congo Brazzaville is fake. Rwanda fake. Burundi fake. Yes. All of them, Angola, they are fake. South Africa fake. So they divided the people, created the time bombs that are exploding. And the reason was they want to, this has always been to keep Africa continually divided and hellish for their own benefit. And they have been succeeding. But there come a time, regardless of what has happened, like it did happen at the process of when the first line, those patriotic Africans, led by Kwame Nkrumah, Emperor Haile Selassie, Modibo Keita, Jomo Kenyatta, Julius Nyerere, Kenneth Kaunda, yes, and all of them coming together. Amika Cabral, whatever, all the other ones. They came together, looking at Africa the way it was, seeing what might happen, and those are exactly what's happening today. They wanted to build one country with one economy, with one reserve bank, one country without border, and with one military. This vision sent jitters down the spines of the colonizers. They did not like it. And they started the process of assassinating them. They started the process of overthrowing them. Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown when he was mid-air going to one of the East Asian countries. Yes. Patrice Lumumba was murdered in Congo by Belgium and their accomplices. All right? Modibo Keita, they did not like what he was doing. Sekou Touré, France destroyed all the infrastructures that they built. This wicked France, yeah, they have been wicked. They destroyed the infrastructure they built in Guinea and Mali to spite Sekou Touré and the guy in Mali, Modibo Keita, because they refused to sign the extension of French colonialism clause. So they destroyed the sewage system, they destroyed everything, and left those countries worse off. So that was how that dream of a United States of Africa was not realized. After that, a new generation came. A great number of them were puppets, European puppets. So they established that tradition of telling Africans what is best for them. Remember during the time of apartheid in South Africa, when it was raging, there was this young man, the first president of Mozambique, Samora Machel. His state was a frontline state, providing logistics and training for the South African freedom fighters. You know what happened to him? He was blown up in the mid-air. All right? Remember what happened to Mugabe, Robert Mugabe in Zimbabwe. Robert Mugabe was not a bad man. When you do not agree with them, they will demonize you, and your people will hate you. They will destroy your economy and make the people hungry enough to rise up against you. That was what happened to Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe was doing very well under Mugabe until the land issue came. He waited and waited. The agreement that they had about land redistribution was not forthcoming. They reneged on the arrangement that they had. And then he went ahead as the president of Zimbabwe to start the land redistribution. And what happened to him? They ganged up and started applying sanctions. Stupid African leaders joined them. Even Mandela, who did not understand what was going on, he did not ask enough questions. He was the main spearhead that they used against Robert Mugabe. Yes. He publicly made a terrible statement about his brother. And they got him. But he refused to yield. He fought on. They instigated a rebellion from within. He survived them. They sponsored a candidate, their candidate, Transgrai, yes. He refused to yield until he went down. That's what they do. That was what they tried to do with Ibrahim Traore. Well, I think Africans got smarter. They now have an understanding of how these people operate. That was why all of us came together to tell them, no, you can't do this anymore. This young man is a symbol. That was how we saved him. Thomas Sankara was not as lucky, because at that time, the Pan-African consciousness that is growing right now was not enough. And guess who were those who helped them get Thomas Sankara? Some African leaders were involved, plus his best friend, Blaise Compaoré. Yes, that's how they knocked him out. But puppets still rule in Africa. Puppets is in charge of Nigeria as we speak right now. And sadly, it's a French puppet. France that the whole of Africa is rejecting. This beastly drug dealer brought France into Africa to violate our country's sovereignty. And they are telling America not to intervene because it's sovereignty. What is left? Our people are being massacred every day. I am praying to the Almighty God that we don't see any massacre. We don't report today a massacre today from any churches, especially in the north of Nigeria. I just pray that we do not hear that. But yesterday we were not as lucky. Yesterday a mosque was blown into pieces. Hundreds of people died. And the people doing it are supposed to be Muslims. They don't care because it's not about religion. They are looking for something else. It's about the mineral resources. France is culpable. Yes. Imperial powers are responsible. They have made us into these people who are going to be eternally needy. Yes. They have turned us into these needy people who must need them, regardless of the number of highly educated people we have that we can put to use to transform Africa. But when they bring them back, when they come back to Africa, Africa has no place to place them. They use the politics of religion. They use the politics of tribalism. They use the politics of all kind of nonsense to stay in the way of progress for the benefit of the slave masters from outside. That is sad. So, pleasant gift. I hope I addressed your question. Now, let me look at what the next person is saying. We cannot come together in Nigeria. Many who spoke are missing already. The whole system is in shambles. Yes, absolutely, I agree with you. But we can come together. It takes a generation to make it happen. I am looking at this generation as the generation that should make it happen. We don't all have to agree at one time. The action has to start from somewhere. The problem I have with Nigerians is that they can't sustain action. They start one thing, the next minute they are already complaining of hunger. They are already complaining they are tired. No. The fight for freedom is a tireless fight. You don't get tired when you are fighting for freedom. I've never been tired since I came into the public domain. I keep speaking. It's now a way of life. We don't have to. All we need to do is just now you are here. Bring more people who are thinking like you here. And we can build that critical mass of critically conscious Nigerian patriots to create the exodus out of the Egypt of yesterday or the old English Nigeria. We have to do it. We have to make that sacrifice. All that is required from us, or of us, is that sacrifice. We must be willing to make the sacrifice, now or never. Now ask yourself these questions. These Fulani youths who are doing this, what are they doing? They are in the bush, right? They are making sacrifices. Even though the sacrifices they are making are not in their best interest. They are making these sacrifices for the Fulani middlemen who work with imperial powers in the name of Allah. They make those sacrifices. The question you should be asking right now, if you are from other parts of Nigeria, is this. To your politicians who go to the National Assembly, to your politicians who are ministers in this bloody government. Ask them questions. Because the Fulanis who are arming their young people are in that same National Assembly with them. Some of them are ministers. Some of them are drivers of government at different levels and different sectors. They steal money. Like yours, the people misrepresenting you, they steal money. From what they steal, they set some aside to acquire arms for the militias that they have in the bush. Now ask your politician. They are coming to kidnap your fellow Nigerians in your villages. They come at will and cut away the number of people that they want, unchallenged. Ask your politicians from Ondo. Ask your politician from Delta. Ask your politician from Anambra, Imo, Abia, Ebonyi, Rivers. Yes, Ogun, everywhere. Where is the money that you are stealing? Why are you not giving us something to arm ourselves so we can defend our people? So that these Fulanis cannot come and take them away the way they have been doing. Ask them these questions. You are the ones who fight for them, especially the young ones. You are the ones who go out there voting for them. And when after you finish voting for them, they turn their backs on you. You should be asking them these questions. They are the ones making you most vulnerable. Now you should not be. Ask, why is your armed forces not working? Yes. Ask a question. Why is Bello Matawalle still the Minister of Defense State in Nigeria? Even after he has been exposed as one of those masterminding terrorism in Nigeria. Nigerians, you are a problem to yourself. That's why I read that message to you. Why are we not? What does it take you? Do you understand that you are a stakeholder in Nigeria? Do you know that the space you occupy in Nigeria, that you should work to defend it? Who do you think is going to defend your space, if not you? Okay, America threatened to come and take action in Nigeria. Do you know the cost of moving American troops into Nigeria? It costs money. Who is going to pay? You. Nigeria will pay. We pay through our mineral resources. We pay through different type of things. So you know you are a stakeholder. I'm a stakeholder. Do you know that outside your basic human right? Yeah, now I'm going to read your basic human rights to you. So if you can understand that, maybe we can go from there and then start taking Nigeria seriously. You didn't know you have a right to life or to your life? You know you have a right to choice? Do you know you have a right to freedom of expression like I'm speaking right now? Yes. Do you know you have a right to freedom of association? Do you know you have a right to worship God however you want to worship him? And above all, do you know that you have a right to self-determination? That you can be whatever you want to be? And these are all God-given basic human rights. These rights are not given by man. They are given to you only by the Almighty God. And for that reason, it is irrevocable by man. No man can take these rights, basic human rights. And that is why these basic human rights is written in the United Nations Charter. And they call it the Charter of Human Rights. If you are an African, this is why this set of rights are written in the African Charter of Human Rights. And these rights are written in the constitution of every country on earth. Yes, you have these rights. Did you ask the Nepalese youths what they did? They woke up and decided to defend their rights. Some years ago, Chileans came out to defend their rights. They drove away the worst president of their country, Pinochet. Yes. Who said that we cannot do that in Nigeria? All right? Those are basic human rights. Outside those basic human rights, the right to live in anywhere in Nigeria without being molested, without being troubled, without being questioned, without being reminded that you are not from here. Just like some people do in Lagos, telling Igbos that they should go back to Igbo land, that Lagos is theirs. Lagos is a federal capital territory. Lagos is a Nigerian soil. And every Nigerian has a right to be in Lagos and enjoy the best of Lagos with nobody threatening them. And then when they do all this, because majorly Nigerians are ignorant of these rights, they join the bandwagon of supporting those who are doing the wrong things against their fellow human beings. I am a victim. You see this? I lived in Kano, 1991. I got this mark. I was stabbed for not being a Muslim, for not being from Kano, but for I am a Nigerian. My friend was not as lucky. He was slaughtered. Yes, by young children who were miseducated, do not know who they are. Yes, children who are made to beg from AM to PM. Children who are denied education. Children who are denied access to other opportunities. Children who have been concerned to making teeth, shining shoes. Right? And frying eggs. All their life by Fulani elites. Yes. You're a Nigerian? You gotta wake up. They tell you are a Yoruba person, right? They tell you are an Igbo person. They tell you are a Fulani. They tell you are an Igbo, all right? They tell you are from Berom, you are from Igede. But we are in Nigeria. Nigeria. Yoruba is not a country. Igbo is not a country. Hausa is not a country. Those are your tribes. At independence, or prior to independence, all these places were like independent states of theirs. But sadly, for the benefit of the imperial Europeans, they brought all of us together to say, here, this is your country. And they administered it the way they wanted until they raised some people to take over from them from inside Nigeria. Now those people who take over for that were paying them royalty. Why they give them? They gave them the blueprint of how to destroy Nigeria. If you remember, in 2023, 5 of the country's presidential candidates went on a show of shame mission to Chatham House to unveil their manifestos to the people of Nigeria. You know how disgraceful that is? Nigeria is supposed to be a sovereign country. Why should a presidential candidate of Nigeria board a plane, go check into a hotel in the UK to go to Chatham House of Hell, Chatham House of imperialism, Chatham House of exploitation, to unveil your manifestos? Was it because a white man was involved to give you approval that what you are doing was right? You are stupid. So if you are so desperate about looking for where to speak, why didn't you go to, we have great Africans who made marks. Why didn't you look for where Mansa Musa was buried and go and stand on his grave to make a statement? Mansa Musa was the richest man on earth in his time. Their book has it. It's incontrovertible. Why didn't you go to the grave of Abba of Orame, the man who stood against European imperialism? Why didn't you go to the grave of Chaka Zulu to make your statement? You went to Chatham House. 5 of them, show of shame. And it tells you that we have not come of age. How long are we going to be in this university that we cannot graduate from? Every time we do something, we need approval, always needing an approval. That approval is what has been destroying us. How do you think that your oppressor will advise you the right way so that you can be free from him? We have been stupid, and it's our fault. The type of leadership that we choose. And in Nigeria, it's even getting worse. We choose thieves. We choose armed robbers. We choose drug dealers. We choose terrorists. Yes. We choose rapists. We choose kidnappers as leaders. Yes. Look at what we have to show for it. Unending bloodletting. Darkness. That Nigeria, I don't even know how they power the economy in Nigeria without electricity. Nigeria cannot generate up to 10 straight kilowatts of electricity. Yes. Yes. Nigeria cannot boast of a world-class hospital. Not even one. Nigeria cannot boast of good roads that you can drive for 5 hours without bumps. No. And you say you have leaders, and you say you are a country, and you talk about sovereignty, and you talk about territorial integrity. Where is it? Where are all this? Blame yourselves, the people of Nigeria. Blame yourselves. Now, do you see the reason to come together now? 65 years down the drain. 65 years post-independence. 65 years. 65 years. You know, somebody was born 65 years ago? Yes, 65 years. Down the drain, no progress made, nothing, no area where all the progress Nigerians made are individual progress that we cannot put together for the good of the country. A country that is so hostile to its intellectuals. Why am I here? Why are all the bright Nigerians outside Nigeria? Do you know that in this Houston, a Nigerian doctor was the first to operate on a baby and put that baby back in until it came to full time to be born? If he was in Nigeria, what is he going to use to do it? He won't even have time to research. He won't have time. He'll be struggling. You know a country where a young engineer will graduate from university with an engineering degree in petroleum engineering, civil engineering. He ends up riding motorcycle as a way of transporting people from one place to the other for him to make a living. An engineering graduate. Doctors now are unemployed. Nurses now get unemployed in Nigeria. Does that not scare you? You still don't see any reason to come together. You still don't see anything to understand that this mother, Nigeria, is your mother, like your biological mother that you should take care of. All of us abandoned Nigeria. We turned our backs on Nigeria. We always think that there's one Holy Ghost who will come to fix Nigeria. You are the Holy Ghost. I am the Holy Ghost. All of us are the Holy Ghost who can fix Nigeria. But are you doing your part? Do you expect to be paid money for you to do anything for your country? Do you think that you should look at when people come to you to ask for your vote, you dispassionately look at them in search of the best, ask the right questions without making money a priority? Ask them questions. What can you do in the area of healthcare? What can you do in the area of education? What can you do in the area of energy? What can you do in the area of youth employment? What can you do to advance the economy? What can you do to improve the infrastructure? No, Nigerians don't ask that question, or they don't ask those questions. They don't care about that. They care about the money. Give me the money. Or why they are not asking for the money, as long as the person is from their tribe, even if he's a criminal, they will give him the votes. As long as the person is a member of their religious sect, even if he's a terrorist, they will give him the vote. I had the opportunity of listening to a young man. He's a Muslim. I put him in a platform where I was advancing the cause of an open Nigeria with free, fair, equal, unlimited, and unconditional opportunity to grow and develop and progress and prosper for all Nigerians. You know what he told me? He said he has to consider a Muslim first before he can vote for anybody. The person he wants always has to be a Muslim. Yeah. And this young man has a degree. He went to the university to get a degree. So university, all this education crap in Nigeria is bullshit. When you get education, you don't have common sense, your education is useless. He told me that his priority would be a Muslim. I asked him why. So even if he's a criminal, he's a Muslim, you vote for him, he said yes. That's the mentality that is killing Nigeria. That is why you hear people follow killers like a Gumi without looking back, without looking at what he's saying that endangers the country's national security. Is that not sad enough? Why should a country like that progress? Nigeria has no right to progress with the way it is run and with the type of people running the country. Nigeria has no right to progress. That the country is still existing is baffling, for real. And that is to show that if the people can come together, the country can be a better country. And this is what we are calling, this is what I've been calling for. Yes. Yes. Can you imagine a country where some Fulani elements, stupid idiots, animals, they are not human beings, we come and tell the people of Nigeria, tell the government of Nigeria that the killers that they drugged and put guns in their hands, killing our people in the bushes and everywhere in Nigeria, they tell us to call them freedom fighters. That they are freedom fighters. Which freedom are they fighting for? Whose freedom are they fighting for? They go to the national television to voice this out. And the corrupt mainstream media in Nigeria, very corrupt, give them their platforms to express their idiocy. And everybody goes away. It's sad. It is so sad. Yes. All right. Okay. Yes, we agree. Where are the nationalists? We are looking for, I am one, but we are not many. We are not many. We are not many. They are scared of coming out. They are so scared of coming out. But the truth is that one day you're going to die. I would prefer to die speaking the truth, speaking up for my people, than to live forever and live in pain. No, I don't want to live forever that way. No, that's not what I want. We don't know. I don't know where the nationalists are. I'm looking for. I'm still looking. I'm still searching. I've been asking, but I've never had any question. Pleasant Gibbs said, I will never forget the Biafran War. Yeah, it wasn't a war. It was a genocide. It was a gang up against the Igbo people of Nigeria. When it was over 6 million of them were massacred. They thought that they will extinguish them, but the people are undying. They came back. Yes, they came back. They came back. But those who orchestrated their massacre, go and look at the north of Nigeria. It will look like Kirkuk in Baghdad, where a lot of devastation took place. Yes. So that's how terrible. Yes. Okay. Well, please, like I say, love to the Igbos. Yeah, they are very, very exceptional people. Except that there are some stupid ones among them. Their political elites are useless. Very, very useless. Those ones are apologists of nonsense. Those are hustlers. I don't know how they get them there, but like their governors And the members of their political class from Igbo, they are useless. But the ordinary Igbo man is exceptional, good, very ingenious, and very, very hardworking. Yes, 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 yes. All right. And I have fans. Say forever, not America. Okay, good for you. Good for you. Sherry first. Yes. Okay, Sherry Fish. Yes, corporate prayer is powerful. If citizens repent and turn from their wicked ways, God will heal the land. Absolutely. I am hoping that this message will touch their hearts and stop, especially the marauding Fulani killers. I don't know what God they worship, but these people are evil. Very horrible people. And even in with their devastation, with the disaster they represent, they still want to continue to lead Nigeria. How? But I am seeing a resurge in consciousness from among Nigerians. Yes, yes, yes. I am hoping that Nigerians will wake up and seize their country. Our work is beginning to yield some results, but we are not where we are yet. Yes, we are not where we are supposed to be. Yes, yes, yes. All right, all right. Great, great, great. Thank you, Sheriff First. Where are the nationalists? I already answered that. I am looking for them. The situation in Nigeria for, well, some people in Nigeria, they are so scared of speaking up, but they don't understand the country is theirs. They think somebody has to come down from somewhere to fight for them. No, nobody's going to fight for Nigeria as much as Nigerians should fight for their country. Yes, yes. Some people talk about not. It's just what the Fulanis have adopted to cover up for their sins and their wickedness. All right. When you talk about the north of Nigeria, you are talking about Fulanis. When they talk about north, they use the north as a smoke screen to rob Nigeria, to exploit Nigeria, to blackmail Nigeria. Yeah, so I am telling my fellow countrymen, don't call the North anymore. Call the Fulani elites out for the evil that they represent. They are the problem of Nigeria, chiefly the problem of Nigeria. They have accomplices from the southwest and some commercial criminals from Igbo land and the rest of Nigeria. But chiefly, Fulani elites are the problem of Nigeria. Nigerian people must unite against them and stop bringing them, allowing them to come to power. They come from a minority group, but they are not the smartest people. They have demonstrated politically and intellectually that they cannot lead a nation. They cannot build a nation. They cannot unite a people. So why should we continue to allow them? God did not appoint them as leaders over Nigeria. So this is what Nigerians must run away from now and take away from our conversation. And we are going to intensify efforts to ensure that these people are no more allowed to come to power in Nigeria. Everything that they have done since independence was to destroy the country. They are the biggest thieves in Nigeria. The Fulani elites are the biggest thieves in Nigeria. Every opportunity they have to do good, they turn it into stealing. They are violent. They are disrespectful. They are intolerant. They are savage. They are extremely nepotistic. They are vermins. They are very, very destructive. They don't respect boundaries. They don't respect the rule of law. They don't respect anything. They are worse than the Boers in South Africa. Yes, they are worse than the Boers in South Africa. You remember Nigeria spent a lot of money to fight against apartheid. And sadly, those who were fighting apartheid had apartheid right in their house. Yes, Nigeria. That's Nigeria. We battled apartheid. We fought apartheid with everything we could muster. But we had apartheid people driving our country. Can you imagine a people who held down a majority? When I mean majority, Hausa people, the Hausas in Nigeria, it's one of the most populous ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. By the last year's census, even though I don't believe it, the census was a good census because Nigerians can't count. They rig every census. But from that census, the population of the Hausa people was put at 63 million people. 63! 63 million people. Fulani's population was about 7 million. But this 7 million, the elites from this 7 million has held the Hausa people generationally in captivity for 221 years. 221 years. Now the Hausa people have been in Fulani captivity for 221 years. Tell me, there's something about them. There's something about these people. They know how to manipulate and control. They seized the command and control infrastructure of the Nigerian army. They seized all of Nigeria's strategic institutions. They seized the economy of Nigeria. They ensured that they destroyed education in Nigeria. They ensured that they destroyed healthcare in Nigeria. They ensured that they destroyed infrastructure in Nigeria. They destroyed everything. Everything they laid their hands, they destroyed on. An accountant general of Fulani extraction, yes, he was the accountant general of Nigeria. He stole every money in the country's treasury. He stole over 80 billion naira. Yes. Idris. Yes. Devout Muslim. He prays 5 times a day. Stole everything. What did he do? He went to the Emir of Kano and he was given a chieftaincy title. He bought a chieftaincy title. Fulani elites, they are thieves for the most part. Majority of them are thieves. They are hypocrites. They are bigots. They don't believe in God. A people who believe in God will not run down their country. They don't see themselves as Nigerians. They see themselves as overlords, supervising the rest of Nigeria. And that's what gives them the impetus to say that they own Nigeria. You see a young Fulani boy tell you that Nigeria is for us, like one sent it to me just yesterday, that they have been running Nigeria and that they will continue to run Nigeria. But I'm telling him no today. The end of the Fulani manipulation and blackmail has come to an end in Nigeria. And it must end. Whatever they want, we are ready to do it with them. If it is violence, we are capable of doing violent things. It's just we have been behaving like normal human beings. So if you're a Nigerian youth from anywhere now in Nigeria, listen to me. Because you young people of Nigeria have been so stupid. Because you are the ones who keep quiet when your country is being destroyed. But you are the most at risk. You don't know that your country is being stolen. That is why you don't hold your leaders accountable from your places. Yes, because when you elect a member of a House of Representatives, he goes to Abuja. He's going to encounter these criminals, these bandits, these terrorists at the National Assembly. They give him money, and he allows them to do whatever he wants. That is why your areas are vulnerable. They are responsible. So now do I need to tell you next time, if there's going to be any next time for Nigeria, for you to choose leader? If a good leader does not appear, you go and look for the one that is good. Don't wait for them to come, because some of them, they came before, or they have sent those who went in before. They saw how you treated them. Now they beat a retreat. They don't want to be part of it. Now, but if you go and meet and say, it is you that we want, and you take your words seriously, they will follow you, because they were crafted to do good. I came to Nigeria in 1919 and 2019. I ran for Senate. Before I got to Nigeria, you needed to see the followership. By the time I got to Nigeria and the election was there, everybody vanished except a few. Yes, everybody vanished and was falling over one another for the money that the criminals had stolen and was given to them to vote for them. My people voted for a criminal, a deadly criminal. Sadly, he just died a few days ago. And before then, he went to jail for fraud. And for that reason, that constituency of mine did not have a senator for 2 years. And what happened? The issue of Nigeria was being discussed with them not being represented. So imagine if they voted for me with all that I had in mind to do, including starting something that would have led to a revolution in Nigeria from inside the National Assembly. Look at where we are. You know, I know that if I was elected senator in 2019, Muhammadu Buhari will not do an inch of what he did to destroy Nigeria for the 8 years that he was there. I knew what I wanted to do. It looks like they preempted me. So the conspiracy started at the party level to stop me. They even worked with an opposing party to put a torpedo on me. This is how Nigerians do their thing. And they will tell you it's politics. They will tell you you are not on ground. Not being on ground is not giving them money. Look at what money has done to you, Nigerians. Look at what it is. You are suffering now. All this that is taking place in Nigeria could have been avoided through choosing the right type of leaders. Your Senate president is a criminal. Remember, the Speaker of House of Representatives is a terrible human being. Your president of Nigeria is evil, a drug dealer, certificate forger, and an identity thief. Vice president is a terrorist. Tell me how they will fight insecurity in Nigeria. Tell me how they will fight corruption in Nigeria. When you have this type of people in Nigeria, and you elect them because some of them are members of your tribes, some of them are members of your religious sect, some of them gave you money, and that was all. You saw good people. I'm a good guy. Zero corruption. Since I was born, I have never given anyone bribe. Never. I don't give bribe. And I have never taken 1 penny bribe from anyone. All the places I went to school where I worked, I have friends from primary school, I have friends in elementary school, I have friends at the higher school, I have friends wherever I worked before I left Nigeria, and I have friends here. Never. I worked in a place where I could have become a millionaire overnight. Money was coming from all angles. Some who want to use that their women were coming, but I refused any of them because I wanted to do what was right. You see good people, you laugh at them. You tell them, oh, you have no money. They told me, in my own, they told me, go back to your country, go back to America, your country. We don't do things the way, this is Nigeria. But yet Nigeria is in darkness. Somebody came from America to inspire you out of darkness. You are making me look like I'm doing something shameful because I came from America. I came from America, go back to America. We don't do politics like here. You have to have money when you come to Nigerian politics. One man had the audacity to ask me for 30 million naira. I should give him 30 million naira for him to support me. I said, give you 30 million naira for what? For what? He said he will gather the other people. I said, no, I can't give you 1 penny. You can take your support somewhere. I had to leave the party. Now, where are all of them? I don't have to have to buy petrol to power my generator here. I wake up, there is electricity. I wake up, there's running water. I drive off, there's a good road to drive through. I am sick, there's a hospital to go through, even though I have to pay a lot of money sometimes. It doesn't matter, but the hospital is there. They have correct, good diagnostic tools to find out what is happening to me. But in Nigeria, you are sick, some kind of sickness, you are dead. Gone, good night. People are dying from all kinds of avoidable diseases in Nigeria because of the choices the people of Nigeria make. Now, after hearing me now, are you going to turn around? Are you going to change your ways? Nigerians, change your ways. Nigerians, change your ways. If you change your ways, Nigeria will change. That country is a very beautiful country. Beautiful mother. We are bleeding that woman to death. We are bleeding that father to death. We are destroying. How can the people destroy their country the way Nigerians destroy? What does it take you to coexist with an Igbo man? What does it do to you to live together with a Yoruba person? What does it take away from you that you are doing business with a Muslim? His Islam is his business. If you are a Christian, your Christianity is your business. Practice it without infringing on anybody's right. You know what? It's supposed to be a personal business. It's not something that you have to advertise. You don't even have to be in the air broadcasting Jesus Christ or Allah. That's not that's stupid. Because if what they tell us in the Quran and Bible is true about salvation and when you die, God is not going to judge you because you're a Muslim, according to your Islamic thing. No way. He's going to judge you as Ismaila. He's going to judge me as Mado. He's going to judge you as Adeleke Ade, the one that is looking at me here. All right? Yes. So, that is what we are saying. It's going to be you and God on that judgment day. And nobody is going to, no malam is going to intercede on your behalf. All these stupid fake malams, fake prophets, they will not be there. Gumi will not be there. Gumi will be crying for his life because definitely he's going to hell. Saad, the one who says Satan of Sokoto, he's on his way to hell. He will go and roast in a burning hell for what he has done here on earth. His own, and I'm not trying to be God, I am not trying to be God, but what they have done, we definitely take them to hellfire. Those ones, direct entry, no intercession. Saad will go to hell. Gumi will go to hell. Professor Yusuf Usman will go to hell. All those defending those killing Nigerians, we go to hell. All of them, not one of them will be saved. All those fake malams, emirs in the north of Nigeria, they will go to hell. All the fake kings in the south that are putting their hands in evil, they will all perish in hell. So if that is the case, why are you, the ordinary person, killing yourselves for Allah, or for Muhammad, or for Jesus? No, they didn't tell you to fight for them. If you are fighting for God, God is there. Your God is lazy. The God that I know is not lazy. He does not need me to fight for him. He can do anything he wants to anybody he chooses to do something to. So why are you fighting for him? All you need to do, pray to him to guide you, to protect you. It's a simple thing. I do my own privately. I don't disturb anybody with my religious faith. So why do you fight for him? Why does your religion has to be an instrument for employment? Why does it have to be a yardstick for hiring somebody? You find a person who is good, and then you deny him opportunity to demonstrate himself or to prove himself because he's not a Muslim, because he's not a Christian. You are a fool, big fool. And that is what Nigerians must overcome. To be the country. It's only in Nigeria we see some of these things. Senegalese are mostly Muslims. I've hung with them. They are not the way the Nigerian Muslims, especially in the north, are as Fulani Muslims. Very hateful, very discriminatory. Yes, those, I don't know which kind of brand of Islam they are practicing in the north of Nigeria. Even in Niger, they tolerate one another. The small Christian population in Niger, they don't discriminate against them. Burkina Faso, Thomas Sankara was their president. Did you hear him killing Muslims there? Ibrahim Traore, you see, all of us are in love with him. Is he not a Muslim? Do you hear him act crazy that he wants to be an Arab? So it's only in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. Now, if you are tired of being Nigerian, move to Saudi Arabia. Let me see how they are going to accept you there. Gumi, was he not deported from Saudi Arabia? They drove him away from Saudi Arabia because he was involved with terrorist networks. Nobody wants that. Saudi Arabia, the headquarters of Islam, is modernizing. Is now allowing its women do things that they were not allowed to do before. You think they are stupid? They are reasoning with the time. Yeah, you say you are the one practicing the right Islam. Poverty is killing your people. 90% of the poor people in Nigeria are from the north of Nigeria. Then something is wrong with your head. Your religion, what you are practicing is darkness. If it cannot positively impart your people, then you need to question yourself that you are doing something. You sat down on the Hausa people for 221 years and made them eternally poor. You should be held accountable. And the Hausa people are waking up now to hold you accountable. I guess you are running now because you want peace, but you don't give justice. You are behaving now as if you are victims, where in fact you are the ones victimizing the people of Nigeria. Fulani elites are very wicked. Very, very wicked. Nigerians, Fulani elites in Nigeria, you are wicked. The people of Nigeria, you must go back to your history. 65 years down the drain. Are you going to continue to allow these people to destroy Nigeria? It's a question you must answer. Not even one of them is an exception, including Atiku Abubakar. Do you hear him say anything? When people are massacred, have you ever heard him openly condemn Boko Haram? He's a member of Mieti Allah. Mieti Allah is a terrorist organization that all Fulani elites belong to. They were the ones who imported Fulanis from across Africa into Nigeria to grab the land. But Nigerians, you must be ready to do what the people in Central African Republic did to them, to rout them out of their country. That is where we are right now. So I hope somebody is not going to be crying when that happens. Yesterday, young Fulani wrote me that they are in charge of Nigeria. And there's nothing anybody can do to them. That, in fact, they are like the Tutsis in Rwanda. So that is a message. And he did not just say that. And this is what they, because they have a huge global network. They don't belong to Nigeria. They don't love Nigeria. They don't want the progress of Nigeria. So we must stop allowing them in the corridor of power in Nigeria. Hausa people, use your numeric strength right now. This is the time for you to free yourself. We are all in it with you, but you must demonstrate the preparedness to be free. And you will be free because you are Africans, original Africans, indigenous Africans in Nigeria. You are not Arabs. They imposed their Arab way on you and used it to hold you down for 221 years. It's time for you to be free. And we are going to work with you to be free. And when you decide that you are going to be free, nobody, no army will be in the way. Because it will be a tsunami. And I look forward to seeing that day. Sherry say, how many years have Fulani been in charge? Man, they have been in charge since 65 years. It's either they are there remotely or they are there directly. All right? And the way they skewed Nigeria, you have to need them. Yes, they are another terrible colonial master that the British people left Nigeria into. But we are going to break their chain. And the chain is already shattering. Yes. And that is why they are running helter-skelter right now, acting like they are victims. That is why they are shooting up the country, using illegally acquired firearms to blackmail the people of Nigeria. But we are not going to yield. We will not yield, and we will not yield. Seriously, we are not. Yes. What is my educational background? Okay, my educational background. I'm a Rasta man. We don't like saying that we are educated. Yeah, the reason is that education from the standpoint of an African made the people of Africa so stupid, that they can't think anymore. But I am a nurse. I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse in Nigeria, in South Africa, and here in the United States. And I'm a case manager right now. I direct a lot of activities for some healthcare organizations here. So that's nursing is my background. But I am an inspired Pan-Africanist. I read a lot and I understand world history, African history, Nigerian history, and international relations. Yes, and I am a national security enthusiast. I know a lot about national security. We just want peace in Nigeria. That is why we don't get involved in the negative side of national security, because we can do things that can collapse the country. But we don't want that for the love of our people and for the love of country. We are giving these people the time, we have given them more than enough time to really examine their ways. Because they have a wrong impression that they can do whatever they like unchallenged. But it's very, very wrong. But we love our people, we value life. That is why we have been patient with them. But the patience is running out because they are constituting a huge nuisance in Nigeria. They have destroyed everything about the country. It's time to save our country. Yes, Adeleke, you said you are no more youth, sir. I did not pretend to be a youth. If you listen to me, you would have heard when I said that I was 63 years old. I am not a youth, all right? But I am very youthful at heart, and I am very youthful physically because of the lifestyle that I live, all right? And for my age, there are a lot of Nigerian youths who are not as healthy as I am and who are capable of doing a lot of things that I do. And that is why I am standing for them, to wake them up. A lot of people in my age grade, they don't want to be involved anymore in anything about Nigeria. They have given up. They are preparing to go. But I have a lot of years left for me. I have a lot of energy. I can still play 45, 60 minutes soccer. Yes, if you want, I can stand up for you. I am not fat. I am strong. I am very agile. I'm very, very athletic. And I have something in my brain. I want to impact the young people of Nigeria. Yes, and leave a lot behind for them. That is why I hope you are a smart guy. I hope you can wake up and start thinking. I hope you can get away, if you are not, or if you are inside the ethnic box. Free yourself from tribalism. Free yourself from religious nationalism. Be a patriotic Nigerian. It pays to be a patriot. Stand out in your place. Stand out. Influence others to say, no, this country is ours. Stop hating if you hated people before. Stop hating. Bring people together to solve problems. That is what I represent. Thank you very much. None if he watches ONN. And hello, okay, Paddy, what does the symbol on your heart mean? Oh, this is a gap. It's a heart. You remember this brand, Gap, GAP. So it's not something that it's just the name brand of the makers of the heart. That's right. Okay, I hope I got you right there. And now you will. Okay, now Sherry Leash asked another question. Did Fulani come to power by votes or by coup? Good question. For the majority of the time, they came through coup, violence. They love violence, So that's what they do. For the most part, they came through coup. The last one, Muhammadu Buhari, came through an election, and it was a blackmail of an election. And the reason was the person who was there, disastrous, it was a disaster. So it was an opener for Buhari to come. But Buhari came and destroyed everything. He was the grandfather of terrorism. Yes, grandfather of terrorism. If you know the former president of Niger that was ousted by General Stiani, President Muhammadu Bazoum. All right? Buhari was president of Nigeria at the time he was president of Niger. All right, Buhari finished his term, and Bazoum was still there before Tiani ousted him. And you know, Buhari made a lot of efforts, to get France to invade Niger. He was one of those behind the plan for Niger, for France to invade Niger. But I am so happy that General Tiani and the people of Niger stood their ground, and they are still holding Bazoum. Man, those guys have spine, not like Nigerian stupid idiots. Yeah. See, the Nigerian General Tiani, he has backbone. He has spine. Yes, he has liver. He has nerves. Upon all the rantings of France, and even in the United States joined, he did not move. He heard that motherfucker, and he's still holding him. Yes. That is a leader. That's what Ibrahim Traore would do. And that is what General Azimi of Mali would do. You see, those guys, they have cut out for their self-respect. And you see, all these guys, they are Muslims. They are good Muslims. Do you see me saying anything bad about them? No, they are Muslims, good Muslims, real Muslims. You know the beast in Nigeria went there, the one that called himself Sultan of Sokoto, Saad. When he got there, he went back home like a chicken beaten by rain. General Tiani will not listen to him. He said, get the fuck out of my place. You are not the Sultan of Niger. Because they talk about Sokoto Caliphate, covering the West African sub-region. All right? Is the emir, the Sultan in waiting. The Sokoto Caliphate will never come. In fact, it's dead now, completely dead. Saad is going to be the last Sultan in Sokoto. And all the emirs in the north of Nigeria will lose their thrones. I've told them, this is it. The Hausa people will take over what was stolen from their ancestors. They think it's a joke. It is a spiritual pronouncement. It's going to turn. Now, are you aware, if you're a Nigerian, there are two emirs, Fulani emirs in Kano right now? Have you ever heard a thing like that? That's confusion. And you know what? The children of the last Sultan of Kano that was murdered by Usman Dan Fodio, his children are already gathering. Yes. The Hausa people are already talking to them. They are massing up for action. They are massing up for action. Yes. Hausa land will be restored. Enough of these invaders. Enough of these invaders. They are angry now because they have lost the Hausa people. They have lost the Hausa people so badly. You know, if it was in the past, the Hausa people would have been at the forefront, saying we are Muslim. You know, they try to make this whole thing as if an Islamic thing. They call on their Islamic thing that somebody is violating Islam. The enemies of Islam. Nobody answers them anymore. Because it's a game that they have used like the Arabs have always used. Whenever anything happens, they will make it look like it's an Islamic thing. That has failed. It's not working anymore. You need to see the opposition to Sharia by the Hausa people. Because they have opened their eyes. Sharia is a tool, a Fulani tool against the poor Hausa Muslims. Yes, they bring the Sharia, they don't use it to try themselves. For all their transgressions as Nigerians, against Nigeria, they don't use the Sharia law. So we ask them, why are you bringing this Sharia law? All right? You want to use Sharia law to hold down the Hausa people, to gag them. But the Hausa people have seen the light. And now they are standing up for their right. They say, no Sharia. No Sharia. No deal. All right? That's the power of our message. And you can help us advance this message by sharing our message, by following us, by liking what we do. Yes, by talking about ONN, by asking us questions you don't know about so we can address it and perhaps win you over and to be an advocate of ONN everywhere you go. Yes, yes, yes. All right, Sherry, there's one question. That's good. And Monday, greetings, greetings. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Right, thank you for giving clear explanation to Nigerian politics. All right, that's Sherry. Thank you very much. Yes, yes. That I'm so happy that I was able to, get the words across to you in a manner that you will understand. Much love, much love. All right, all right, all right. Yakubu, go on. Yakubu, go on. This is your name now. Wow. Oga, you are suffering too. Yes, I'm suffering because Nigerians are suffering. All right. So if your message was supposed to be derogatory, I am not going to refuse. Yeah, because I spend a lot of money, I spend a lot of my time, I spend a lot of my emotion talking about Nigeria, a country of 250 million people that are gagged. They can't open up their mouth to say anything. But God brought me to a place, gave me the resources to advance the cause of Nigeria. I'm so proud of what I do. It's suffering. I agree with you. It's painful, and it takes me away from my family a lot. It takes me away from pleasure. There are a lot of Nigerians who live here in the United States who don't want to be bothered about what is taking place in Nigeria. I don't blame them, but I cannot be who they are. I cannot do what they are doing. I am not selfish. Yes, for whatever reason, they have made up their mind to be what they want to be. They enjoy the United States. They don't want to be bothered about Nigeria. That's fine. Some people don't speak who are living outside Nigeria, especially in the United States or anywhere else in the diaspora, because they want to continue to go home and have fun and then come back. Maybe some of them have businesses in Nigeria. They don't want anybody disturbing them and all that. But it's all right. We don't blame them. But some of them don't do, but they support us. They appreciate the work that we do. We appreciate them too. But the one that I don't like is the one that we come boldly to come and make me look that I'm doing something wrong for standing up for the people of Nigeria. I don't need their prayers. I don't need their advice. Even if I have to die, that is my death, not your death. But the good thing is that all of us, we end one day. Now, when you end, how will you be remembered? I know that if I end today, I will be remembered for the work that I do. I go. Yes. So if, I'm a Rasta man, one thing. Bob Marley went to upstairs in 1981. Bob Marley is talked about over 1 billion times a day. Over 1 billion times. People are talking about Bob Marley over 1 billion times a day. So, did that man die? I'm a Rastaman. How we live is to live for others. So don't live in vain. So I can't die. Never. I've crossed that barrier of death. I've gone past it. If I can't die, that is the truth. Period. I just can't die. I've come to stay. Even if I disappear from here in my physical cabin, my spiritual cabin, we continue to walk. Everything that I have done here will be repeated by people every day. Yes, maybe 10 times a day. Maybe not as much as it will be with Bob Marley, but who knows how far I am going. So that's where, as we speak right now, I have over 2,000 messages here, left here. And the reach, I'm a global person. The whole world knows, at least one person from every country on earth knows about ONN. They know about Smart Madu Ajaja. Yes. So if, for any reason, in the eye of the world, I die today, my work will continue. In fact, it will even go quadruple. So that I'm happy with that. So if those who advise me to be, please be afraid, be careful, you are not my friend. Join me if you don't like what is happening in Nigeria. We can change Nigeria. I can't do it by myself. I am trying by myself. I'm trying by myself. So you who is watching me from Nigeria, you who is an African, What can you do to support the work so everybody will be happy? That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for anything too personal for me. Yes, I'm not trying to be Dangote anymore, and I have never really been, that has never been my ambition. That is his pursuit. Dangote cannot do what I am doing because he's making money. He doesn't care about the people outside his money. Do you know that Dangote is an Hausa man? Dangote is an Hausa man. Dangote is an Hausa man. But look at his Hausa people. They are suffering. Dangote has no foundation established to help the Hausa people come up. You know why? He is a boy of the Fulani elites. So he abandoned his people. But here I am, speaking for his people. Here I am, standing forth for the Hausa people. Here I am, standing forth for the Nigerian people. Here I am, as a Pan-Africanist, speaking on behalf of Africa. So Dangote cannot do that. He can't. And you know what? If he dies, he dies. A few years later, nobody is going to remember him anymore because he has not left anything behind that we keep people asking questions about him. Yes, that is what they are. He's making money. His business is everything about his money. He doesn't want to do anything that will offend his Fulani masters so that they will not come against his money. So, but here I am, not afraid of anyone. I'm not afraid of Dangote. I'm not afraid of Otedola. I'm not afraid of Ovia. I'm not afraid of Bua. I'm not afraid of I'm not afraid of Bola Tinubu. I'm not afraid of Kashi Shetima. I am not afraid of Saad. I am not afraid of anybody. I am speaking for the millions of Nigerians who are in their chains. I am speaking that their chains will be broken. I am speaking to those millions to join me, rise up and join me. Yes, the power of the people is the power of one man. It's more than the power of one man. The voice of the people is the voice of the Almighty God. All they need to do is just follow this message. It's a message of the truth. I am not lying about anything. What am I going to be lying for? I'm not needing anything. All I need is your support. You support me, we will grow, and I will be able to support the message, to expand it, to take it to those who actually needs it. Yes, and that is what I represent. Yes, so I am suffering too, Mr. Yakubu Gowan. I agree with you. I am. Which one love? Which one you love? Nigeria or you? I love Nigeria so much. I love the United States so much too. I love Nigeria because that was where I was born, and that was where I was raised. The country is a very beautiful country, very beautiful country, very, very beautiful country. But I came here in 1996 after working in Nigeria for a while. I was injured in a Kano riot, yeah, spearheaded by Fulani elites. I was injured. You see this mark? Yes. After I was injured, they killed my friend. They killed thousands of innocent Nigerians because they believed they were not Muslims and that they should die. Yes. If I tell you the story of my escape, how I escaped death, that is how I came to an understanding after some years that God brought me here to do what I'm doing for a reason. God spared my life in Kano to do what I am doing, to be this advocate, to be this activist that I am. So I have come to read the meaning into it. What I'm doing now, I ran away from it for a very long time, but it kept on pursuing me until I made up my mind and started doing it. And this is where I am. That's why I'm calling you, looking at me right now, including you who asked me this question. Yes, join me. I am not a liar. I am not a criminal. I don't have an intention. I'm not going to ask you for money, all right? If you donate to what we do, it goes straight to those who need it most, okay? So that is what I am. So, and I love the United States. You know why I love the United States? The United States provided me the access to the opportunity that Nigeria did not give me. Not because Nigeria could not give it to me, because of the wicked rulers of Nigeria, will not allow that opportunity extended beyond themselves, beyond their children. So the Almighty God took me away from there and brought me here, and I discovered that here, no matter, America has its own problem, but it's not bad at all, the way it is in Nigeria, where you are denied access to everything. America came here, I came here, I saw a lot of things that I could do. Some of my best things that I couldn't have done in Nigeria, I was able to expose myself to them. And I have a radio station. As I'm speaking to you, my radio station is on running. Yes, I could not have done that in Nigeria. No, not in Nigeria, And then I have the opportunity now, a platform, to speak to the world, speak to Africa, speak to Nigerians. Yes, what I could never have done in Nigeria. Do you know what it cost for those people who go to channels, television to talk, Arise Television? You think it's cheap? They take money. The people there are very corrupt. Yeah, but here, I am doing the same thing seamlessly that they are doing. But my own now, if you want to come and talk here, I don't ask you for money. Just get yourself ready with what you want to say. If it makes sense, I will give you the platform to air yourself. I support young Nigerian talents. Some are musicians. They come here, they want exposure, they want the world to hear, because a lot of people are not following our work around the world. I've brought some artists here to expose them to the world. They come back and thank me for what I did for them, because now people start recognizing them. This is what we do. That's what we should do for Nigeria. But unfortunately, Nigeria will not give you that asset. Nigeria will kill you. Nigerian leadership will create a situation that will kill people. You can't imagine the number of young people of Nigeria who leave school without jobs. They have to go be doing crazy things in order to survive. They travel through the desert on foot to get to Libya and then to Europe, and then got stuck somewhere, and they cannot come back to Nigeria. Some of them start selling drugs. No, America is a great country. I've seen a young Nigerian mechanic. He was doing mechanic in Nigeria. He came here. He saw opportunity to go to school. He went to school here. And guess what? Today, he's a medical doctor, mechanic in Nigeria. A young man who had been condemned to say mechanic, like the Hausa people are condemned to making tea, shining shoes, and frying eggs by Fulanis. That's how that young Nigerian would have been. He would have been doing mechanic all his life. But he came here, he went to school to become a doctor. Many of us like that. So now here I am. I'm a nurse. I trained as a nurse in Nigeria. I worked in South Africa. Before I came here, I worked in some of the best hospitals on earth. Yes, without knowing anybody. I remember the first job I got here, and when I was applying, one of my friends said, "Oh, that's a white-only hospital. They will not hire you." 2 days later, they called me for an interview. I went to the interview. I exceeded their expectation. They gave me the job right on the spot. And I called my friend. I said, "Hey, I got that job, and I'm working in there." I worked there before I founded my own business, and since then, it has been good. America is a great land, and I have 3 children here. So why should I not love America? I love America as much as I love Nigeria. It has been good to me. The type of hate, the type of discrimination that I faced in Nigeria, I've never faced it here. Never, never, never. Nobody has ever asked me to leave America, to get out. And why are you here? Forget about all the things that you talk about immigration. It's a systematic thing. That's a government policy. But if you came here the right way, nobody is going to drive you away from here. The only way you can drive yourself away from America, if you come into America and you start doing criminal things. America is very, very allergic to criminality. Yes, if you're a criminal, you can only survive here for a little while. One day, they're going to find you out. And when they find you out, your ass is gone. All right? Me, I don't have no criminal record here. I abide by the law. But I'm an activist. Yes, when people cross my line, I'm going to react as an activist. So this is the best place. Honestly, if you want to migrate to any place on earth, this is the place where you can migrate. Yes. And be whatever you want to be. Once you put your leg here down and you do the right thing, you will become whatever you want to be. America is a country where you can go to sleep. You wake up, and if you dream while you are sleeping, your dream will come true. You can't talk about that like in Nigeria. You can't talk about that like in Europe. All right? This is the place to be. So I love America. I don't play with it. See? Yes. I have 3 children here. They are in school, doing well. I am here, doing my best, working for Nigeria. Nigeria can be as great, if not even greater than America, because Nigeria has everything. I mean, when I say Nigeria has everything, Nigeria has everything to be the greatest country on earth. But the terrible thing Nigeria doesn't have, the thing that Nigeria doesn't have, is leadership. The leadership. Bad leadership does not lead to make a good country. Nigerian leaders are bad, and you put them in power. Blame yourself, and maybe wake up now and start choosing the right type of leaders. And you'll see Nigeria take off. Seriously, Nigeria will just begin to take off. All right? So it's in our hand, so that Fulanis will stop killing us. Let us use our numbers responsibly. From councillor to local government chairman, member of House of Assembly, senator, governor, line them up, good people, only good people who can serve you. Not the ones who will be God over you. The ones, when they mess up, you tell them you are messing up, we don't want you anymore. Like in America, if you are a legislator or you are a president, you go there to mess up, they will tell you are not going back. And true, you will not go back. Because it's the power of the people vote. They will use it. Americans don't sell their votes. They don't vote on, say, tribalism. They vote quality. They vote ability. They vote competency. They vote for good content of character. They don't vote for idiots. They don't vote for terrorists. They don't vote for bandits. They don't vote for religious extremists. Yes. They don't vote for thieves. And they hold their leaders accountable. Their leaders come to beg them. You don't see them making stupid statements, talking down on the people. You talk down on the people, that's it for you. You are gone. You see them, they come with a lot of respect for them. And when they are making decisions, they look at their people. In fact, they come back home first to ask their people, what do you want? This is what is happening right now. Like at that time, they were talking about going to import a grass for Fulanis from Brazil. If it was in America, all the senators would go back to their constituents to ask them. This thing when they say we should buy grass for one group of people who produce meat, not because they are giving the meat to us for free. How do you agree that we should buy grass for them, for their business, not because they are giving us free meat? The people will answer. If they say yes, they will go and approve for them to buy grass. If they say no, they will go back to the Senate and tell them no. These people are doing their business. Why should we be buying grass for them? We are not buying. And then it ends there. Like the one they say, build Ruga community for them. Why should I build a Ruga community for them? They are business people. They are making money. They sell their meat. Why should I be paying money to build their ranch or Ruga community for them? That's bullshit. All right? Now, the same question I will ask you Nigerians. Yeah, because it looks like we need to make a separation, so make a conscious decision. For these people who are killing us, killing our people, they have AK-47 in one hand, and they have their cow in the other hand. They shoot you with AK-47 and give you cow to eat. So isn't it time you think about stopping to eat their cow? And you know the impact you stopping will have on their economy. If the whole of Nigeria say we don't want to eat Fulani cattle anymore, let them eat their cattle by themselves. Nobody will need to advise them to stop this nonsense that they are doing. Yes. So you need to think about that. If the whole of Nigeria said, going forward, we are not eating cattle anymore, we are not eating cow meat anymore, the Fulani economy will crash. Because all the people who are masterminding them have cattle. They are the ones who give them cattle to enter into the bush. In the 21st century, who is in the bush? Why should the people choose to live in the bush? Fulanis live in the bush. They are happy that they live inside the bush. In the 21st century, they need to bring their asses out of the bush. Yes. So that's the thing. Well. It's been such a day. Let me see. Okay, let me see this. Sherry Lee said this. I knew that you are a special man. You have been involved in politics. Yes, I have been, but I am not a politician. I will not call myself a politician because I don't lie. Politicians lie a lot. I don't tell people what they want to hear. I bet that was why they made sure that I did not get anywhere, because I wasn't telling the people lies and I wasn't buying their votes and stuff like that. I came, one, as a Pan-Africanist. I came, two, as a human being. I came, three, as a Rastafarian. And we don't involve ourselves in all these shady things that politicians do. I wanted to provide real organic leadership to my people, but those people out there stood in their way, stood in my way, and then stood in the way of the people. So I'm hoping that Nigeria will get it together and they start putting the right people in power. And that way, the people will understand the need. Really, you are inciting people and inciting them. Lopez, I don't understand what the hope. I don't understand what you are talking about. So maybe you must throw more light on it, so I can address your question. I am telling the people the truth. It's as simple as that. All right? So I hope you are not one of those who come to want to, cause distraction. But we don't have time for that. I am telling the people of Nigeria the truth, and that's all. The only way out is to begin to promote the Southerners to key positions in Nigeria. Move the capital back to Lagos. Yeah, Nigeria is a sovereign entity. I don't think, that we just want an open Nigeria with access to opportunity to everybody. Let the best lead Nigeria. It doesn't matter where they come from. That is my own thing, the way I think about it. We want to open and establish a fair playing field for everybody. So the best lead countries. When the best lead countries, nobody suffers and everybody is happy. And after a while, you even forget to know where anybody comes from, you see? And that was how, I think perhaps Barack Obama became president. They saw something in him and then they went for it. That's how America reacts. America looks for the best out of any person that comes their way. And then they go out there and do their thing. So moving capital back to Lagos, I don't think that is necessary if the people of Nigeria really just understand. The problem is the disconnect between the poor people and the real message. And this is what we are trying to establish. Once everybody gets an understanding of what is taking place, the rest will be history. And people will not even care. All the people are looking for jobs, improve the economy, access to education, access to healthcare, access to infrastructure, and access to good things. Now, when you have all these things working, who cares? Like, nobody cares here where anybody comes from. Nobody. Do you know there are judges who are from Nigeria here? Yes, I have a friend, Tola Oresusi. He's a Yoruba man. He's a judge here. Yes. When they appointed, we all celebrated so well. And he merited his appointment because he was exceptional. There were white people who wanted that same job, but he had an edge and he was given the job. So that's what it's supposed to be. Let the person, the best, lead, and we'll be all right. All right. Champion Brand, thank you. Hey, Moro, thank you very much. Hello, Ugochukwu, how are you? All right, good to hear from you. One is for the dumbest person. Well, Nigeria is a country. I think hopefully we will get it right, and we start uh, we start uh, we start doing it right. All right, okay. All right. Okay. Hey, it's been such a great evening here. Really great evening here. Happy Merry Christmas to you guys out there. But I will not say Merry Christmas to Nigerians because some people are happy and a good number are not happy. And I just pray that God will bring justice to that country, beautiful country in Africa. So I'm calling on all my new visitors today. If you have not subscribed, please use the moment to subscribe. And I'm still going to be here for another 5 minutes. You can ask me any question that you may have, and I will address all of them. And I thank all of you for taking the time to be part of this live broadcast on a special day like this and the eve of Christmas. And I wish all our followers, subscribers, and members a happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. And again, for those who may be partying tonight, I call on you to drink very carefully, don't overdo it. And if you get tipsy and drunk, please get one of you. Drive in groups, don't drive by yourself. Just carpool, and so that the one that is not drunk will take you guys home to safety. Because I would love to see you guys alive back here and back in 2026. So we'll continue our conversation on how to make the world a very good place. God bless you guys and a Merry Christmas. I'll talk to you guys soon and look forward to seeing you. And maybe online here tomorrow to talk about something or just take a break and hang with family. All right, so you guys take care and bye for now.